Welcome to the flow.
Hello, my darling. How are you? Welcome to this space. I am so happy to see you here. My name is Andre. Welcome to Zentara Flow. And I believe this first episode it's going to be quite short. I just want to introduce you to this space, tell you a little bit about how I came to thinking about creating Zentara Flow, how I feel it can be helpful to you, and tell you a teeny tiny little bit about myself as well. And well, just a super quick background. I am Andre. I am Mexican. Spanish is my first language. So bear with me if sometimes I cross my cables a little bit. I might have some mispronunciations. I may invent some words here and there. But welcome to Santara Flow. I created this project, this space, because the thing that started this whole thing was about 8 years ago. I had quite severe depression, and it actually lasted for maybe like a year and a half, 2 years, and it slowly developed. It never got to the point where I thought about ending my life or myself, but it got pretty deep. I was not feeling myself. I had gone from being a very sociable person to be really close with my friendships and my families to just isolating myself and not going out. And then when I did go out, I even lost like the capacity or capability to be able to hold eye contact. And I couldn't even see myself in the mirror. So basically, it just kind of became this huge rejection of myself from myself towards others as well. And I believe it was Jim Carrey who mentioned that depression is just the way in which your soul lets you know that, like, it's had it, like it's fed up with playing the character that you've been playing and it's time to go back home. I'm obviously paraphrasing. It's not quite the way he said it, but that's how I interpreted it, at least. And it makes so much sense because I feel like depression is a very common thing amongst human beings. And so the point of sharing this space is for those who might not be feeling great right now. If maybe you're lost, if you're sad, if you're depressed, I am not a doctor. I am not a psychiatrist. I am no absolute way any type of medical profile. I am merely a human being that has had an experience. And, I thankfully was able to recover from that. It was a journey, but a very beautiful journey. And I actually today am very thankful for that depression because I now see it for what it was. And it's pretty much, as Jim Carrey said, like to me, it was a way for my higher self or a bigger power to remind me that I was so far away from what I actually am and who I am. And today I don't think who I am is one thing, or especially that it stays always the same thing. I believe we're always changing and growing and expanding. But at the end of the day, what I want to say is that if you're in a bad place, I feel you, my heart is with you, and I created this space hoping that the information and the tools that I'll be sharing with you that actually helped me very much in my process towards a better mental healthy space can maybe work for you. And everyone has different perspectives, everyone has different experiences, and obviously, everyone has different tools and methods and medicines, to put it in that way. As I mentioned in the Spanish episode that I just recorded as well, there's a documentary called Heal in, I believe, Netflix, which was kind of a big eye opener for me when I was just beginning to get a grasp of what was happening to me back then, because also it took me quite a long while to realize that I was depressed. So it wasn't like a thing that happened overnight. It actually developed over maybe a year and a half, 2 years when it was, I still remember it clear as day. I don't know the date, but I remember the moment where I was just laying in my bed feeling miserable, super disconnected from myself, didn't want to take a shower, didn't want to go out, didn't want to talk with anyone. I just wanted to be like a couch potato and not move and barely exist. And then I don't know, something like this little thing inside of me just said like, I don't know what's going on, but this is not okay. Like I am not okay. And a very close friend of mine had given me the number of her psychiatrist many, many months ago. And I just had it there, but I didn't really put it into use. And right there and there, I remember telling myself, like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening to me, but I know that I need to do something different in order to start understanding what's happening and even being able to move a tiny bit away from this space, which does not feel right to me. And right there and there, I just took that number, called her, and made my first appointment. And from that moment on, began my journey towards healing and towards finding myself and reconnecting with myself again. And actually, that was just like one of many things that I did. I started learning about different methods and medicines and perspectives and whatnot that have, I believe, helped me to be the very happy and fulfilled person that I am today. My life is most definitely not perfect, but I am 1000% in a better place than the one I was 8 years ago. So, this is why Zentara Flow came about. So I think I can share the tools that I've learned and that have helped me in the hopes that maybe they will also be useful to you. I am, as I mentioned previously, just a person. I am no doctor, no medic, no professional in any how do you call it, psychiatrist or psychological field, actually. So do bear this in mind. Whatever I'm sharing, I'm talking merely from my experience, from what has worked for me. And if it works for you as well, then great. And if it doesn't, great as well. Like this is a space of love and joy. So I invite you to just take whatever resonates with you and whatever does not, just let it be. It doesn't need to be for everyone. We're all so different. So the idea is just for you to find a safe space if this resonates with you, and that's pretty much it. As I mentioned also in my Spanish version of this episode, I am polyglot. I can communicate in 5 languages, and I just love the idea of doing this content in English and Spanish for now. So, if you're someone that wants to learn Spanish or practice and are looking for different sources to learn, you can also check out my videos. I don't, at least right now, this very first episode, I am not reading a script or anything like that. So, they may vary from one to another. I may have said something I'm not saying here or the other way around. It's just coming from my beautiful heart. So bear with me. I'll hopefully get better as I go, because usually that's how it goes with whatever you're starting, and keep on practicing. But, anyways, if you feel, the vibe, if you're liking this, I invite you to drop a comment, to drop a like, to share some love, and to subscribe to the channel so you can keep learning more about what's coming up next. Stay updated. And for now, I think that's pretty much all I want to say. I am sending lots of love your way. And that's basically what I want for this space to be, a community of loving people that has each other's back, of people that is looking for a more peaceful, more fulfilled, more enjoyable life, community, and world. And so, if that's your vibe, then you're in the right place, honey boo. I'll see you very soon. I send you lots of love. And that's it for now. Ta ta. Ciao.